against Leviatan. We'll begin with questions from the on-site media and then move to the remote media. Brian Bencomo, if you'd like to have the first question.
Hi, this question is for Valen and Josh RT. You guys beat Leviatan pretty decisively a couple days ago. So I just kind of want to know, what do you think was the difference in today's game?
I would say we did not play like ourselves today, and we gave them 3 rounds based on our bad micro decisions or like lack of a plan rather. Props to them. I feel like they switched up how they were playing a lot, so maybe that threw us off guard. But today, the team was not the same team we played them a couple of days ago.
Thank you. This next question is coming from Valorant Zone from Fernando. A little more than a year ago, most players on this roster won Ascension. A year later, you went to VCT Americas Finals twice, top 3 at Masters Shanghai, and qualified for Champions Seoul. Looking back to the day you won Ascension, have you ever thought you would achieve all of this in a year?
I would say yes. We've been, like us, Core 3 have been in the scene for a while, even before franchising. We went to Iceland, so being in Ascension and Challengers was just like a setback for us. Like just, teams were lucky last year we weren't here, so it would have been the same thing if we got a franchise spot last year. So yeah, we fully expect this, and we expect to do better than what we're doing honestly right now.
Thank you. This next question is from Camus at SpikeTap. Consistency felt like a big issue for you in the first half of the season, but you've done extremely well in the second half, especially stage 2. Did something particular click for you guys to start really hitting your stride?
I think we were learning our new roles, putting Leaf on Sentinel, bringing in Icy as our new duelist. It takes some time to kind of rebuild the team chemistry in that sense. The core has been playing for a long time, but anyone knows that even swapping one piece in a team takes a while to rebuild. And like Josh RT and Shaq put a lot of effort in trying to get our team chem inside the server better. And it's just over time, it got better and better until it finally clicked. And once you dumb down the game a bit and everyone understands their role like entirely, it's easier to be consistent because you just know what to put in the server in order to win, like each individual. So.
Thank you. This next question is also from Valorant Zone, and it's going to be looking ahead a little bit. G2 already faced and won against PaperX in 2024. How are you guys feeling about the first match of Champions Seoul?
I think we're going in pretty confident. We know, like, today we didn't play up to our own standard, and we've beat them before, and we played them even when we were in 2021, so we kind of know what to expect. And yeah, I think we'll definitely be ready for that.
This next question is from VTuber Chitaku from Chile. In Spanish, pregunta para el equipo de G2, primer año en VCT y ya están en Champions. ¿Cuáles han sido las claves para saber dar pelea a equipos de mayor nivel? This is a question for anyone in G2 to answer. This is the first year you guys qualify for champs. What is the key to fighting against high-level teams?
I mean, it really just comes down to how we're playing as a team. I don't think any team in Valorant right now is unbeatable or some top dog that you need to play different. If we played at our standards every match, like in a hypothetical world, we should be winning every match because we know, like, even when we lose, we watch back the VOD, we know what to do in these situations. Like, nothing is like mind-blowing or eye-opening for us to fix to beat these top teams. We know how to beat them. It's just about executing it, playing under pressure well. Like, a lot of things that are hard to get practice reps on because you actually need to be on that stage to do it. Because, when you practice, I feel like it's pretty easy to do all the right decisions just because it's a low-stress environment. When you play against these top teams, you can't let their miracle plays or their cool strats kind of affect you. You just keep playing your own game and you'll win. That's how we've approached it every single time we put a top team. I feel like we're known to, nullify duelists a little bit, obviously the best of the best are still going to find their openings and look good, but it's all about giving him 10 kills less or giving him 1 kill less per round. And it just comes down to the fundamentals and the team play aspect on it. If we can do that, we can stop anybody.
Thank you.
Se trata de cómo jugamos como equipo. No creo, en mi opinión, que hay un equipo que no se pueda ganar. Si jugamos a nuestro estándar, podemos ganar lo que sea, nada es imposible. Se trata de ejecutar bien, jugar bien, practicar y luego así va a ser fácil hacer las decisiones. Y no nos deja que nos afecten las estrategias de esos equipos mejores y de alto nivel. Se trata de lo fundamental.
Thank you. This next question is from Raquel at Mice Esports. I'm sorry about the defeat, but congratulations on qualifying for champions. My question goes to all the players who were Ascension champions last year. How important is it for you to get out of Tier 2, earn a spot to become such a dominant team with big international appearances, with everyone calling you underdog for VCT Americas? I guess the question is asking about how does it feel to have qualified for champions after a year long of being called underdogs?
I mean, I already know my teammates think like we don't care about this whole underdog thing. Like it's never the narrative doesn't affect us as a team. It doesn't change us. We go and we play Valorant and we know that we're capable of competing at this level. So for us, it feels good to make it, but this has always been the expectation, man. Like, you know, I'm sorry if I'm sounding a bit aggressive, but we just know that we're capable of this from the beginning. So even though the fans call underdogs, people call underdogs, whatever, we know we're not underdogs. So like, it doesn't change anything for us. Yeah, we know we could have been here regardless.
Thank you. Are there any questions from the room?
Pedro Romero, thank you guys for giving us the time for this press conference. Got a question for Josh or Valor or anyone else that would like to answer. Of course, you know, you guys started off the series in a pretty tight level to Leviatan. Both of the first 2 maps going into multiple overtimes. Obviously, it went Leviatan's way. What do you think kind of went wrong for the team in the latter stages of those 2 maps? And how did that then kind of play into how the rest of the series would play out?
I think Leviatan played in a way that was pressuring for us. And so they were OODA looping or making decisions faster and recognizing how to play the situations that they were in. And so there were multiple situations where we were like man up, maybe 2 man up, like 4v2s that we lost. And they were able to group up, find moments to pick us apart. And we didn't really recognize like what we needed to do. And yeah, I think maybe the moment was kind of big for us at that time, and we needed a map or 2 to warm ourselves up and kind of saw like what that would look like in map 3. But yeah, they did an excellent job putting the pressure on us.
Thank you. Are there any more questions from anybody in the room?
Hi, hello. Commiserations on the loss. I just want to ask you, with Champions beginning on August 1st, with, you know, approximately 11 days before the tournament kicks off, how are you going to be going about these next 11 days? Will there be any off days? Is there any time to adjust to the Korean time zone? What's the plan moving forward? This is for Josh RT.
Yeah. I mean, we don't really have much of a choice in terms of our scheduling. It's similar to how it was in Masters Shanghai. It's like a day or 2 off, and then you're looking to pack up, you know, take care of your home and just making sure like we can move for a month-long trip. Then it's off to Korea. And it's maybe like 1 or 2 dark days. I think it's just 1, just to get used to the time zone. Then you got content. I think there's like 4 days of content, 3 or 4 days, and then the matches start. So it's going to be really tough to get a lot of practice in. It's going to be a lot of like VOD reviews, maybe a day or 2 of practice, and then we're off to champs.
Thanks. We have a question from the Latin media. This is coming from Nerditude.
So, para Valin, ya llegaron hasta el top 4 en Master Shanghai. ¿Cómo manejan la presión de parte de los fans y las expectativas que se tienen de ustedes? So this question's for Valen. You guys made it to top 4 in Shanghai. How do you guys navigate that pressure from the fans and the expectations you guys have for yourselves?
I think pressure from the fans or pressure on ourselves because we made top 4 would be news to me personally. I don't feel any external pressure going into this because we were successful previously. It just, the previous success shows that we can do it. It's just proof. So it's not like, oh, we have to get top 4 again to, make the fans happy or make ourselves happy. We're just going to go out there. We're going to do our thing. We always appreciate the fan support, but results don't give us more pressure. Previous success won't make us feel more pressure. It just kind of motivates us and kind of frames it in our head that we can do this. But there's a big but. We have to play as a team. We have to continue doing the things that got us here. The only thing that I can see plaguing us from prior success is us changing our ways. If the success from prior tournaments or individual success right now is going to alter your mentality of how we are as a team, and you start being more individualistic to try to win the game because you've been popping off recently, we're going to lose. So as long as that doesn't happen, the top 3 won't affect us, and we're going to go get another top 3 and probably come out with the trophy if we can fix the small things.
You guys had a lot of experience at Shanghai playing teams from other regions. Would you be able to share a little bit about what your current opinion is and how the regions compare?
With obviously without giving away too much, I think in broad strokes, EMEA has really good macro and tactical. The skill level is it's not like super impressive, but they do have heavy hitters and a couple players. APAC, their micro and their aim is insane, but the macro is not that strong, I would say, except Gen G. And China's they actually play pretty pressuring. And they have really skilled players, so it's like the macros doesn't really make sense, but they'll hit the shot. So it's all about being able to absorb that kind of aggression, and that's how I kind of characterize each region.
Thank you. Are there any more questions from the media in the room, Pedro?
Yes, this was similar to the recent question that was just asked, more so just the fact that past 2 years, Americas has won the Champions Trophy. How do you kind of look at the region's chances towards retaining the title with yours and the other 3 teams' performance in a few weeks' time? And this question goes out to anyone.
I have no doubt in my mind that an America's teams will win win champs 2024. So, and I'm hoping it's going to be us. Got to defend IC's back-to-back world champs. So, we're going to do it for him for sure. But yeah, full confidence that America's team is going to win. I think Gen G is definitely a team up there. So, definitely I'll be on the lookout for them. But America's takes it.
G2, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today.
Thank you.
La música es personal. Con Spotify Premium podrás marcar el ritmo de principio a fin. Escucha todas tus playlists
second press conference, not our.
Joined by Leviatan, who are coming off of their victory at Stage 2 VCT Americas. We'll begin with the pre-submitted questions first, and then take questions from the in-house media. We'll begin with questions that were submitted in Spanish.
Okay, this first question is from Chitaku from Chile. I'm going to say in Spanish, then English. Primero que nada, felicidades por su victoria y por ser los campeones de Américas. En mi caso, tengo dos preguntas. La primera es para Massino y King. Tras lograr finalmente el campeonato, ¿cómo resumirían todo el esfuerzo y dedicación que le han dado a esta competición? Congratulations, obviously, on your victory and making champs. They have two questions. The first one's for Massino and King. After reaching champs and becoming champions of VCT Americas, how would you guys summarize this struggle and dedication that you guys have done throughout this competition? It's just
shit heavy. Hola. Bueno, la verdad es que algo que vale totalmente la pena. Muchas veces uno cuando compite, cuando pierde, cuando está sacrificando muchas cosas y no se sabe si es que realmente se va a lograr. Creo que al momento de salir campeones, de ser el mejor equipo de la región, todo lo que se sacrificó, los lloros, el sudor, toda la garra, valió totalmente la pena. Simplemente para esto vivimos. Creo que estamos en el punto más alto como de nuestras carreras, diría yo, imagino, y nada, realmente demasiado contento y demasiado feliz, la verdad. No tengo más palabras.
So they said it's totally worth it, especially when you compete and, you win or you lose. Like, really, you're not sure if you're going to make it, and everything, the tears, the blood, sweat, and tears. You think it's worth it when you finally get it. And this is what they really live for. This is the high point of their careers, and they're very happy and content. And so the second part of this question, mi segunda pregunta es para Aspas. Este año te hemos visto jugar con distintos duelistas. Además de Jet, ¿cómo ha sido tu adaptación a esos agentes a lo largo del año? So this question is for Aspas, and this year we've seen you play a lot of different duelists, not just Jet. How has it been adapting to these agents throughout this year?
I think it was normal because last year I played Raze already. I played a little bit of Neon, but not much, just 2 tournaments. So it was very normal because I only had to play more with Neon because Raze and Jet I already played, so I only had to play more with Neon. What about the feelings?
This is another question for Aspas coming from Ravish Khanna from Independent. Aspas, do you ever get tired of dropping 40 plus each game, or is it a new feeling each time?
I feel good.
This is a question from Raquel Ferreira, Mais Esportes, Brasil. I'm gonna read in Portuguese first. Primeiramente, parabéns pelo título. Minha pergunta vai para o Tex. Você é um jogador que veio da Ascension e conquistou seu primeiro título na Liga das Américas após ter um começo de ano difícil com a Leviatan. Qual foi sua maior dificuldade em se tornar sentinela e qual é o sentimento dessa vitória contra os seus ex-teammates? First, congratulations on the title. This is a question for Tex. You're a player that, you're coming from Ascension and you just won your first title in Americas after having a very difficult beginning of the year with Leviatan. So what was the biggest difficulty you had in becoming a Sentinel, and what's the feeling of winning against your ex-teammates?
I would say the most difficult thing was really swapping my playstyle. I was an entry, I was an opper, I was basically everything but a lurker. So I really had to just think about my game and just reverse everything, reverse all the old habits I had. And yeah, I just had to get more comfortable in the role, honestly. And it feels amazing to beat my old teammates. I love them as people. We hang out of game all the time. Like they're like really good friends of mine, but definitely felt that rivalry in the game. And I'm just happy to beat the org. Not the players, but the org specifically.
Thank you. This is a question for anyone. How are you guys feeling for champions? What are your feelings for your group and the match against Talon?
Yeah, you gotta do this one. He's a coach, man. Get him in there, right?
We're feeling pretty good. Obviously, being the first seed, we expected somebody that is not going to be like Gen G or Fnatic, and we're happy with the draw. I think King already said it. Yeah, he already jinxed us, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna win this game.
Thank you. We'll move to questions from the in-house media next.
Hi, Sage 2, and my question is for Com. So, as we know, you are the only returning member from Evil Geniuses that's going to Champions this year in 2024. Just plain simple, you have 11 more days before Champions. What's your game plan and, everyday routine leading up to these 11 days so that you can become the first back-to-back Valorant Champions champion?
I think for me, it's kind of continuing the routine I've kind of been on. It's been working pretty well for Split 2. And obviously just giving my 110% as I did last year, maybe even more than that. It'd mean more than anything to accomplish that goal. I don't think that goal would be broken in quite some time. So I think, yeah, just going in, playing ranked, watching VODs, all the stuff that I usually do. And then just, whatever happens on the server, I just leave it out in the game.
Thank you. Are there any more questions from the room?
Sí, aquí una pregunta.
Hey guys, Pedro Romero. First off, congrats on the VCT Americas Championship. That question for Mazzino. I mean, you finished this series with 90 kills, a very excellent performance, MVP worthy performance. I mean, what was going on with you, man? What made you just perform so well? Just finish off with more kills than Aspas?
I don't really. I'm not. I wasn't really thinking about that. I just was playing the game, just doing my things, like doing my job, And I really wasn't like focusing on the kills. I was just like flowing, So yeah.
Thank you. We got a couple of more questions from the remote media. We'll go next to Raquel Ferreira.
Essa pergunta vai para o Aspas. Primeiramente, parabéns pelo título. Apesar de ter sido campeão com a Loud em 2023, como você vê a evolução da Leviatan para o estágio 2? e o que significa para você ser o único brasileiro bicampeão do campeonato. Congrats on the title, aspas. You were a champion with Loud last year. And how do you see the evolution of Leviatan for Stage 2? And what does it mean to you being the only Brazilian to win twice this championship?
Muito feliz. Foi um começo de ano bem complicado para a gente, mas depois do Master Xangai, a gente teve umas mudanças e a gente melhorou bastante. A gente conseguiu arrumar muitos dos nossos erros que a gente tinha. Nossos fundamentos ficaram muito melhores e acabou que a gente conseguiu fazer um bom campeonato, mas agora a gente só deu um passo, que foi terminar o VCT Américas. Então agora a gente tem que continuar andando para conseguir ganhar o Champions. Mas no momento estou muito feliz de ser bicampeão do VCT Américas e só tenho a agradecer a todo mundo que me acompanha e principalmente a minha esposa que está sempre comigo.
Yeah, we had a difficult year, especially after Madrid, Masters Madrid. But then we were able to put some things together and fix some of the problems, and we won this. But this is just one step. Of course, we still have champions in front of us, so we keep working for that. And I just want to thank everyone that was supported, and especially my wife. She's always with me. So a kiss for her.
Foi Xangai?
Shanghai.
Xangai.
We didn't
Fala
qualify for
Madrid.
Madrid.
Shanghai. Sorry. Let's say Shanghai. I'm so sorry.
Definitely Shanghai, not Madrid. Moving on, we have a question from Antonio from Nerditud. This one is for Massino. Para Massino, ¿cómo te sientes al ser reconocido como MVP en la gran final de la VCT Américas? Muy merecido, felicidades. How do you feel to be recognized as MVP of the grand finals of VCT Americas? It's well-deserved. Congratulations.
Obviamente muy feliz por lograr eso. Como dije antes, no me estaba como focusando demasiado como en las stats, en las que iba. Yo estaba como haciendo mi trabajo y fluyendo más que nada, pero obviamente una felicidad muy grande y un orgullo como ver como el trabajo que yo he hecho y que hemos hecho como equipo como que se vaya demostrando en el juego. Así que eso.
He's very happy to achieve this. He doesn't really want to focus too much on stats and kills. He's very happy alongside his team. This is a question from Sukita from Argentina. Pregunta para Leviatán, después de un año con el cambio de roster para este 2024 y la evolución que tuvieron a lo largo de la competición, logrando ser campeones de Américas, ¿cómo se sienten para esta Champions? This is a question for anyone in Lev. After 1 year with this roster change in 2024 and this whole evolution that you guys have had during the competition, you guys managed to become champions of Americas. How do you guys feel for champs?
Sounds like a question for my idea.
IGL? Yeah, IGL. No, that's an IGL question.
I mean, to be honest, we feel pretty confident as a team. We just won Americas. We're the best team right now in the region. And I mean, what makes us like really strong is that we never feel like it's enough, As a team, we know, as Aspa said already, this is the first step to going to champs. We're just going to keep working as hard, maybe harder. And we're just going to keep improving, being way better as a team. And their champs, we're going to show a new face way better than we showed right now. So it's going to be really good.
Thank you. Com, this next one's coming to you. It's a little bit similar to the previous one. You're the only remaining member of last year's champions team who can still go back-to-back. Did you see yourself in this position at the start of the year? Are you still the best Sova in the world?
Honestly, going into this year, I definitely saw it. I mean, we have so many great players on this team. It's one of the main reasons I wanted to join this team in the first place. Not so much at the start of this year, like to be comfortable in EG with people I know, but to be uncomfortable and kind of grow myself as a player as well. And then, yeah, I mean, it's a great opportunity to go back-to-back. And if I'm the best Sova in the world, I think I still have a lot to prove. Honestly, as much as I want to say, like, yes, I am, I still have a lot to prove. And hopefully I can prove more in champs.
He is.
This next question is for the coach. Congratulations for the title. When you became the head coach, what was the biggest problem you saw and the biggest change you made for the team after Shanghai?
The biggest problem I saw in the team was that we just weren't playing as a team, and that's what I was focusing on. Fundamentals. We always say that we have a good day of fun. These guys, we had it today, and this is what our goal is to just play as a team because we have 5 of the best players in the world.
Thank you. Mazzino and King, this next question is for you. Congratulations for the title and Mazzino for winning MVP. What is the biggest change you've seen in Leviatan from 2023 to 2024?
You already have an ideal question.
Yeah,
now it's your turn.
Can you repeat the question?
What was the biggest change in Leviatan from 2023 to 2024?
Yo creo que obviamente fue un cambio grande, fue un cambio totalmente de 180 grados. Cambiamos coach, cambiamos player. Llegaron mucha gente con muchas ideas distintas, mucha variedad de ideas, lo cual nos hace como tener un juego bastante único. Y eso se armó un buen grupo con muchas ideas y que aquí está funcionando.
You know, it's been a really big change. This is a group with really good ideas. It's been kind of a 180 shift for us, lots of different people and lots of different ideas. Been good.
Thank you.
And this next question we have is from FD News from Argentina. Pregunta para Mazzino. Ayer en entrevista me dijiste que el sentimiento sobre el partido era venganza sobre la victoria de G2 sobre ustedes. ¿Qué sentimiento te quedó después de levantar la copa? This is for Mazzino. Yesterday in an interview, you told me that the feeling you had after the match was achieving vengeance. How do you feel after lifting that cup?
Digo, obviamente se cumplió la venganza. Ellos nos quitaron los invictos, pero nosotros terminamos ganando el trofeo, así que se logró.
Yeah, it's just vengeance realized after lifting that cup.
One more.
This next question is from Chitaku from Chile. Mi pregunta es para Itopata. El año pasado te tocó trabajar en Apex para la ascensión de EMEA, quedando subcampeón. Ahora, estando en Américas, ¿qué diferencias has visto entre EMEA y Américas en cuanto a nivel y estilo de juego? ¿Y cómo eso te ayudó a estar donde estás ahora? This question is for Itopata. Last year, you had to work in Apex. So he wants to know the difference between the EMEA and Americas in terms of level and style, play style. And how did this experience help you to get to where you are today?
I think the level in NA is definitely higher. Yes, EMEA has a team like Fnatic, but I think other than that, NA is superior. And in terms of like different play styles and how teams are playing, it's way more versatile in EMEA because obviously it's a lot of different countries, a lot of different cultures, and it is different. It is a lot more versatile, but it's not that well thought out, if I can put it this way. While in America, everyone knows how to play the meta. Everyone knows how to play around the meta, and I think this is why this region is better.
En América todos saben jugar esta meta, obviamente por eso NA es superior. This next question is from Antonio Nerditude. Para King, contra ¿qué equipos tienes más ganas de enfrentar ahorita en Champions en Corea? Which team are you looking forward to playing against in Korea? Question for King.
Bueno, la verdad es que en su momento dije que quería jugar contra Genji. Por lo visto nos vamos a enfrentar bien adelante en el torneo, así que nada, eso primero que todo, pero ahora en verdad simplemente quiero concentrarme en los partidos que tenemos por delante. Tenemos un grupo interesante, nos vamos a enfrentar a Talon. Considero que somos mejor equipo y nada, va a ser divertido y eso en verdad como va a estar bueno.
Dijiste Gen G, ¿verdad? Sí. Gen G is one of them that he's looking forward to facing, but first he really wants to concentrate on this next match against Talon, and it's going to be fun. Two more. Okay. Stefiki from Grill News. Muchas felicidades por la victoria. Esta pregunta es para Masino y King. Durante todo el transcurso de VCT Américas y Masters Shanghai hubieron muchos cambios. Sin embargo, entre ustedes dos lograron consagrarse como un dúo dinámico y ya se defienden mutuamente dentro del match. ¿Cómo lograron aquello? How did you guys get to be this dynamic duo, Masino and King?
Bueno, creo que es inevitable llegar a tener una química tan grande con mi querido amigo y compañero Masino. Venimos jugando juntos desde principios de 2023, si no me equivoco, antes de hecho creo, de finales de 2022. Y nada, siempre quise jugar con él lo sabe desde que
Hace 4 años.
claro, de hace 4 años cuando él estaba en un equipo que se llamaba Millions Gaming y yo en TMG, que decía que era uno de los mejores, quería jugar con él. Y nada, creo que llegó un punto donde los dos sabíamos el talento que tenía el otro y siempre fuimos trabajando con nuestra fortaleza y creamos esa química como única, por así decirlo, que tenemos él y yo.
They have this strength, this chemistry, and it's really unique. It's inevitable for this to happen, especially with Masino. You know, they've played together since 2023, 2022, 4 years ago. He always wanted to play with him, and there was a point where, you know, they amplify each other through the strength and this chemistry. Another question from Fenita MB de Grill News. Durante el torneo, el equipo de Leviatan ha demostrado una preparación y una forma de jugar excepcionales. Su último enfrentamiento contra G2 fue una clara muestra de su evaluación y coordinación en el juego. ¿Cuáles han sido las mejores específicas que han notado ustedes como team? So this question is for Lev. You know, your last match against G2 clearly demonstrated your guys' evolution and coordination in this game. What do you note specifically about this team?
Can you repeat the question?
So your last match against G2 was a clear demonstration of your guys' evolution and coordination. What has been something specific about Leviatan that's like notable?
I think the biggest thing that's notable for us is that we can actually play a lot of different play styles, and I'm quite surprised with the players. Honestly, you guys are doing amazing with this. You're adapting so much in the games right now. Whenever we need to play slow, we play slow. Whenever we need to play fast, we play fast. And whatever we do it pretty good. So yeah, I think that's like the most notable thing about us.
Thank you.
Thank you, bro.
Algo que nota Itopata es que tienen ese diferente playstyle y está muy sorprendido de cómo se adaptan los chicos. Cuando juegan lento y cuando juegan rápido, juegan rápido.
Pergunta para o Aspas. Você disse que ficou mais feliz em classificar o Saci para o Champions do que conseguir se classificar. Você gostaria de enfrentar a Sentinels em algum momento no Champions? So Aspas said he was happier in helping Saci to go to Champions than actually going himself to Champions. So would you like to face Sentinels at some point during the Champions?
Se acabar acontecendo de a gente jogar contra, sim, com toda certeza, adoraria jogar contra eles. Talvez a gente se encontre na final, talvez a gente se encontre nos playoffs, é claro, porque na fase de grupos não tem como, já que a gente está em grupos diferentes. Mas se acabar de acontecer que a gente se encontre em algum momento do campeonato, com toda certeza.
Yes, of course. Would like to face them at some point during the finals or playoffs. Of course, we can't play against each other during the group stage. We're in different groups, but yes, I would love to face them.
Thank you. This question's for anybody on Lev. It's from Camus at Spike Tap. You've done very well domestically, especially in the second half of the season. What do you think needs to improve for the team to get over that hump on the international stage?
Who's going to answer the
You want me to
question?
do this one?
Yeah.
Fine, bro. I guess I'll do this one, man. I think for us, I think we showed. I feel like before on the international stage, it was a lot of pressure, and I think overall back then we didn't really know how to fully deal with it. I think now we've grown a lot, not only as a team but as individuals, and like the mental part of the game. And even if the going gets tough in some of these games, at least for me, I have a lot of confidence that we'll come back into the game no problem. And I think we showed a lot, especially in playoffs this year, especially in that crew game where I had to really grit through that win, even when things weren't going our way. I think even in this game too, when some rounds didn't go our way, even in those OTs, we came back into it and it was no problem for us. So I think that's the thing, to just keep consistent going into champs.
Com, I got one more for you. Without revealing too much, how do you think each of the regions are going to stack up against each other at the end of Champions?
It's hard to say. I think every region has its own like individual style. I'm not like Boosie. I'm not gonna call out any region or anything. But yeah, I think all regions have their own style. Some things work, some things don't. And yeah, I think Americas will do really well. I don't know if we'll be the best, but I think we'll do really well.
Would anybody on the panel like to call somebody a region out?
I think everyone that is in champions is pretty good, so it's gonna be really fun.
What about Talon?
Talon are a good team. It's gonna be fun.
Are there any more questions from the room?
Get back up.
No, that was also saying I'm backing on Gran.
Pedro Rogan, got a question for King. Seeing you guys win reminded me of that conversation I had with you a few days ago about how the feeling was like for you back then when you were finally conquering Latin America over crew. You know, now that you've been able to finally win VCT Americas with a team such as Leviatan, what was the feeling like for you? Did you feel that sense of vindication and also just gratitude of just being able to not just dominate Latin America, but also just now conquer Americas as a whole?
I mean, yeah, of course. Honestly, I still remember that interview, and like making that big step from like 2 years ago to this, it generally feels it feels unreal. That I can say that we're the best team right now in the region, and yeah, I mean, the best feeling is that all the hard work we've been putting, it was totally worth it. Like the amount of VOD reviews we've been doing, some scream days that are really long, and I really have to say thanks to all my teammates, to my coach, that we just kept trusting the process, and it paid off.
Thank you. All right, we have two more questions, and then we will wrap it up.
This is from Antonio from Nerditude. This is in Spanish, but I'll translate it. Para Aspas, ¿cómo te sientes con el hecho de que eres uno de los mejores, sino que el mejor duelista de la VCT Americas? How do you feel about how people say you are one of the best, if not the best duelists in America?
I don't look much at those things. I just like keep trying to focus on myself, on trying to get better. But I will just like keep focusing on me and trying to keep improving, because if I stop improving, I will be left behind.
Que no se enfoca en eso, se enfoca más en mejorar y seguir mejorando.
There's a question from Fernando, Valorant Zone, for Tex. Você falou que teve dificuldades com a troca de função no começo da temporada. Hoje você diria que é o melhor sentinela do VCT Américas ou talvez do mundo? So Tex, you said you had some trouble with changing roles in the beginning of the season. So today, would you say that you are maybe Americans' best sentinel, or even like world's best sentinel?
Well, if you want the real answer or the PR answer?
The real answer.
The real
Let's vote.
answer is I'm up there, maybe top two, maybe I'm top two and it's number two. Yeah, I think I'm up there though. I think I've improved a lot, but I think I need to win a Masters or a Champions to really say that I'm the best.
So the real answer is I think I am number two. I'm up there. I believe I still need to win a Champions to say that I am the best. Oh, we all tired here, guys. Eu acredito, a resposta séria, né, que não precisa de fazer gracinha para responder, é que eu acredito que esteja lá em cima, ou seja, talvez entre os 2 ou 3 melhores, mas eu ainda preciso vencer um Champions para dizer que eu sou o melhor do mundo.
Leviatan, congratulations on your victory, and thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.